Yo, what is good, my fellow car lovers, and welcome back to F1 23 Breaking Point, Part 7. We are back last time where we left off, where we figured out we're going to be playing as Devin Butler, the asshole that we hate throughout the story, this arrogant piece of shit who has cardboard cutouts and faces of himself. And I also just realized from Part 2, if you look at for the last episode, what do you mean Part 2? Part 2 was like weeks ago. Look at his about. You know who I am. Well, I mean, I guess 2.3 million people know but this. Anyways, enough of me talking anyways. So this is it. I decided to keep that intro short because I didn't really have anything to say and to not bother you because all of you guys just want to see me race. And, yeah, so now you're gonna get it. So, let's go into the, Bahrain GP. Bahrain GP, race day. With his confidence high, Devin Butler looks to looks set to start the season strong at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
It's race day, it's Sakir under the lights, and it's lovely to have you with us for the Bahrain Grand Prix. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best, of course, at turn 1, and then another soon after into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into that tight left-hander of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Russell, Perez, Hamilton, Sainz, Stroll, Ocon, Norris, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Jackson, Gasly, Tsunoda, Bottas, Butler, Sargent, Joe, Magnussen, De Vries, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. 2023 Bahrain. We're about to get going, and I hope you've enjoyed the build-up just as much as we have. The teams are ready on the grid, they're ready in the garages too, but in the commentary box alongside me, are you ready, Ant?
Of course I'm ready, Crofty. New season, new challenges for all of them out there, drivers and teams. I love this part of the year, Crofty. This is where it really kicks off, and you get to showcase all that hard work you've done through the winter months. Does it pay off?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? What does the 2023 season have in store for us? We're about to find out.
Okay, Devin, it's a brand new season, you know that, so let's start it as we mean to go on, okay? Okay? Let's get out there, come on.
So, it looks like we're gonna do a full race instead of, like, starting the race and then, just continuing it. We're gonna be using the balance setup. I don't really know what kind of how Bahrain is. I know it, has some elevation changes going up and down. But anyways, let's get into the race. Top 5. Alright, we need to lock in. Alright, let's do this. Come on. Alright, break. We're gonna come upon our teammate. Let's see if we can make a move.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
I did a dive bomb there. Kind of underestimated the breaking point. I'm gonna need to make as many positions as I can. Alright, I am absolutely driving dirty.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going.
That was not a nice move at all, that was a dirty move.
DRS enabled.
I'm not proud of that. I'm not.
Okay, you're in the top 10. approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hard next time. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.4 seconds. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. And gap to the car in front is 3.8 seconds. Leclerc's in the pits. Push now, we're boxing this lap. Aiden's in the pits. Aiden in the pits.
There you go. Alright, let's do this. Come on.
job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. You're into P8. You've taken P8. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Absolutely bumped Sainz.
Nice move. Good job.
Now let's see if we can get a podium.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.7 seconds. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
We tried to catch Charles, but failed. But anyways, we take the P4. Devin Butler, the egotistical
Right,
bitch,
race over.
finishes
Take care of the car
P4.
on the way in.
Got some very valuable points for Connor Sport. And Max Verstappen won.
Meanwhile, plenty of surprises in the
Really
midfield.
realistic.
So where do we start, Ant?
This
Well, I
was
think we have to
the
look at
beginning of the
Connor
Max
Sport.
Verstappen domination
Biggest
era,
surprise so
where
far
he
is
won,
Butler. He's doing fantastically
I
well.
believe,
Thing
I
is,
believe
though, they've got to
19 out
sustain
of
that over
the,
the course of a whole season, and
I don't know
that's
how many
easy
races
said
there
than
was, but I
done.
believe he
Certainly
won,
for Casper
he
Akkerman,
won
we'll
like
be hoping that this
80%
season
of all
will be
races,
better
maybe
than
even
the last.
90. Sorry, my F1 knowledge as well. I also want to apologize for my absolute horrible
Drivers are en route
driving.
to the podium as we speak. What a
I was
fantastic
driving like
win
an
for the
absolute
Red Bull
dickhead,
team. They performed
so I apologize.
exceptionally
I
today,
don't know
keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats
why I was
throughout
doing
the
that.
entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team.
Max Verstappen winning first race of the season and taking the lead in the championship. The champagne party. Interviews.
What a start to the season, Devon. You must be happy with that performance.
Let's see. What would Devin say? It just comes so naturally to me.
Yeah, it just comes so naturally to me. I don't really think anything of it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't impressive. I mean, you seem impressed. I'm sure others do too, and rightfully so. I'm just saying that it was actually pretty easy for me today.
Well, you've had your share of run-ins in the past for teammate Aiden Jackson. Crucial question is that behind you? How do you feel about him right now?
Aiden is too serious. You can't have any fun with him. That's what Devin would say.
Yeah, fine. Look, the main difference between me and Aiden is I know how to take a joke. I personally want him to perform at his best. But whenever I try to give him just a little friendly advice, he takes it so personally. I mean, he is a very difficult man to have a conversation with. He's all right, you know, he's cool, but he's very serious.
Well, Connor Sport surprised everyone by appointing Casper Akkerman as team principal this season. So how do you feel about taking orders from someone that you've got such a history with?
I'm sure he's thankful for having me. I'm choosing all the answers that Devin Butler would say, because he's so arrogant.
I think he's going to do a terrific job, you know? Mainly because he's got me on his team, so he can't go too far wrong. Now, I'm sure he's incredibly thankful to have me as a driver.
Well, you're embarking on a new year, but what would a successful season look like for you in 2023?
Let's see, impressing Davidoff.
If my dad thinks I've driven one good race by the end of the season, I'll consider myself a massive success. No, seriously. he's a difficult man to please, and we've got to do our best to keep him happy. So yeah, one good race, according to the old man. Can it be done? Watch this space.
That's great, thank you.
I chose all the answers, not Devin, if he was there, he would say. Bahrain Grand Prix post-race. Devin starts the season in fantastic form with an impressive result for Connor Sport in, I don't know how to pronounce that name. In Shakir. No, that just sounds so wrong. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's just go.
Great race out there today, just in the highlights. Listen, I know we've had our run-ins and, well, last season was last season.
Oh, something's wrong.
Fresh start for the team. What do you say?
Huh, Jackson. Yeah, cheers, mate. Bin's over there. Yeah. Nice one.
How about the season just gone?
The 2023 season was completely different for Connosport.
How so?
Well, the car, for one. We'd ironed out the most critical issues, and it was just starting to live up to its potential.
Can we talk about what happened with Devon?
What happened to Devon? I mean, I just saw that his hearing was out of this world. Like hearing ringing, like he was absolutely burned out of that race. I believe he has something wrong with him. I mean, pushing to P5. I mean, that must take a toll out of you. Anyways, we got some news. The Bahrain roundup.
Yeah, what is it?
Now that's how a butler takes care of business.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Carrying the team, Devon, as well as the butler name. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, went well.
Well, I can't wait to hear what those clowns Ackerman and Connor have to say.
Yeah.
Hmm? You okay, Devon?
What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm, just adrenaline, Dad. I really pushed it out there today, you know, I just need to simmer down a bit.
Of course you do. Let's talk later. I'll be in meetings, but call me whenever you like. I'm proud of your son. Let's just make sure today's result isn't just a one-off. Eh?
Yeah. All right. Ciao.
He is not fine. He has something wrong with him. That was not fine. Ekman's clearly had a word. P4 for Devon Butler's on fire. I misread that. Well, Devon, the Damon Butler, don't think I've ever seen him drive like that. I mean, yeah, I believe he really just did push himself to his limits. Absolute masterclass, finishing P4, but obviously that conversation with Aiden, he was trying to give him some advice, I think Aiden was just trying to just have a fresh start. Aiden thinks he's still the arrogant piece of shit that he is, but he's having problems with his hearing, but he's not telling the team what it is. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. This was a really fun race. Doing actual full race was really fun to me. I just want to apologize for my driving. I was driving like an absolute dickhead. You see, whenever I upload a new F1 video, I always want to drive better, but sometimes I always find a way to drive worse, and I hate it. So yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna take up your time too long. Anyways, peace out, my fellow car lovers. I'll see you next time.